Excellencies, Lord, Baronesses, MPs, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good morning. صباح الخير جميعا. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to the Iraq Conference for Trade and Investment 2017. This is the first conference with the objective of investing together, minimizing challenges, organized by the Embassy of the Republic of Iraq to the UK in partnership with the Arab-British Chamber of Commerce, in accordance with the directives from the Iraqi Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This joins officials and the private sector from Iraq and the UK in order to discuss business and investment engagement. As you are aware, this event over the next 2 days is occurring at an incredibly historic time in Iraq and the world, as our brave forces have almost liberated Mosul and the land which was under terrorist control in Iraq. I want to salute the bravery of our fighters, the Iraqi army, federal police, special units, popular mobilization units, Peshmerga, and the tribesmen for the remarkable fight against one of the most brutal terrorist gangs in the world. In order to pay respect to the martyrs of our security forces and civilians, the victims of the recent attacks in the UK, and all the victims of terrorism in the world, I would like to ask you to observe a minute of silence. Please be upstanding. Thank you. We believe great times lay ahead for the Iraqi people, and a new era of unity and hope has come to Iraq. There can be no better time to hold this conference. The importance of these conferences is that they produce the right climate and opportunity to identify the common benefits that will be earned by our two countries in the event that they engage in larger economic and trade agreements. This is made possible by bringing together officials, companies, and capital owners. This arrangement will enhance the volume of trade exchange between the two countries, which currently falls in the range of £184 million. These agreements will also generate the appropriate political atmosphere to move the relations forward between our two countries. Over the next 2 days, the conference will be divided into sessions and workshops discussing investment environment in vital sectors in Iraq. These include oil, finance and banking, trade, industry, health, education, transport, agriculture, and reconstruction. The sessions will give officials the opportunity to explain my government's plan to attract international investment in different sectors. It will also provide the opportunity for the representatives of a British private sector who are already engaged in businesses in Iraq to explain the potential available, benefits earned, and prospects to develop wider economic relations with Iraq. The workshops, at the end of the day, headed by Iraqi ministers, and other professionals from both countries will discuss in further depth the challenge that lie ahead and will answer all the questions raised by the audience. In addition to discussing available opportunities in oil trade, finance, education, health, transport, industry, and reconstruction, the conference will also address issues in relation to doing businesses in Iraq, like security challenge, business visa, investment law, and the investment legal environment presented by experts in the fields. The investment climate encourages the British investors in Iraq, especially in the south and the Kurdistan region. The victories achieved by the Iraqi security forces and the liberation of more areas which were under the control of Daesh brings us closer to the bringing of a huge process of reconstruction of infrastructure in the liberated provinces as well. Each province in Iraq has its own unexploited wealth, ranging from vast deposits of metals, including iron and copper, to vast mineral deposits, including high-quality limestone and phosphate rock. Iraq also has abundant natural gas, which ensures these deposits can be utilized through linked industries, giving Iraq a significant competitive edge. The oil industry in Iraq is hugely promising, and we are already attracting investment in many different projects. The volume of investment in the oil and gas sector already exceeds $200 billion. Iraq has succeeded in attracting international companies and creating the legislation and laws that guarantee the rights of all companies wishing to invest in the oil and gas sector. Massive ongoing projects in Iraq from British Petroleum, Crescent Petroleum, and GE, and others are a testament to the legal investment that Iraq has built. But more work needs to be done. Iraq is keen to provide the right environment for investments and to guarantee the rights of companies which operate in it. The security aspect is no longer an acceptable excuse for the reluctance of the British capital and the British companies to enter the Iraqi market. There are a number of factors that increase the confidence in the strength of Iraq as a democratic parliamentary system. These are the strength of the Iraqi security forces and their victories against Daesh, the success of the central government's political plans and their outreach to all provinces in Iraq, the international community and its strong stand behind Iraq in providing all forms of political, military, and humanitarian support. Iraq's new path in foreign relations, where the country is now playing a vital role building a bridge across the region. Through this foreign policy, we are enabling dialogue and creating new opportunities for trade. Furthermore, Iraq is now more engaged than ever with the United Nations and other international organizations, playing a very active role in the global community. Iraq must be strongly supported, as there are a few democracies in the Middle East. Iraq should be the priority of a British foreign policy, where we can benefit from long-term partnerships with the plans agreed by the both sides. This partnership might include the economy, investment, and politics, but must be based on respect for Iraq as one country and one people. The Iraq people already welcome British companies because the British companies has already completed many infrastructure projects that are still valid today, and this increases Iraqi confidence in British achievements. In addition, there remain many opportunities for investment in the industrial sector, particularly in the state-owned factories which have been closed for decades. The need for Iraq to stimulate investment in various sectors is part of the reforms which are already underway and will allow the Iraqi government to put emphasis on diversifying the economy. This needs the effort of our friends who are experts and leaders in this field. The Embassy of the Republic of Iraq in the UK, with its partner and our sponsors, have all invested so much time and effort behind this conference, aiming to consolidate the strong relationship between Iraq and the UK, to emphasize that what combines Iraq and the UK is more than fighting terrorism. We are side by side providing better future for our people. To ensure that Iraq is classified as a safe environment for capital investment, with southern Iraq and the Kurdistan region classified as safe zones, and the rest of Iraq stabilized and ready for business. To remove the barriers for more active trade and investment in Iraq through direct engagement between Iraqi key players and the British companies. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank all ministers, ambassadors, deputy ministers, MPs, baronesses, lords, diplomats, officials, journalists, and media outlets, our guests from the UK and Iraq and abroad for attending this conference. Thank you to our partner, the Arab British Chamber of Commerce, our lead sponsor, Al Bilad Bank, our sponsors, Al Burhan Group, Crescent Petroleum, British Petroleum, Al Bustan Company, and GE, for their contribution to this conference. They all spared no effort in making a success of this gathering. I would also like to thank the organizing committee and my team, the staff of the Iraqi Embassy in London, for dedicating their time and effort to reach this stage. Finally, I would like to thank all the speakers, moderators of sessions, chairs of workshops, for accepting our invitation and being part of our success. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to call His Excellency Dr. Ibrahim Jafari, the Foreign Minister of the Republic of Iraq, to give the inauguration speech of the conference. Thank you very much.